Hello everybody, and welcome back to Worbs and Neville. So we're on episode 4 now. Today my plan is to have a look at and try and solve the overboost issue I've got on the van. I think it's quite a common sort of issue with the T5 vans. The van keeps going into limp mode. It's either an overboost or an underboost issue. Somebody did plug it into the Victron and tell me which one it was, and I can't remember. It was quite a while ago. So I've changed the boost pipes on the van for the silicon forge, the forge pipes. I've checked the seals on the joiners; they're all okay. I don't think it's a boost leak. I think the N75 valve is working as it should. So that points to my variable vanes on the turbo being stuck or getting stuck. So I'm going to try this Mr. Muscle technique that I've seen quite a lot of people do online. Basically, you take the exhaust, the downpipe off the exhaust housing, and you spray the Mr. Muscle into the exhaust housing of the turbo, and that eats away all the carbon and the gunk and the crap that is making the vane stick. So fingers crossed, that is what it is, and it's not the turbo that's completely goosed. I am going to try and do a pressure test on the whole system just to make sure I haven't got a leak somewhere, that maybe the intercooler or something like that, but I'm pretty sure it's not that. I'm not getting a hissing noise when the turbo is spooling up and coming on boost, so I don't think it is that. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to get this up on ramps and get underneath and make a start. Not looking forward to doing this, but it's got to be done. I've got the van booked in for a I'm booked in to a festival. I'm going to a festival in July, so the van's got to be done for July, or done enough for me to go to the festival and be able to, basically live in it for 4 days. So, right, okay, let's get these ramps out and get underneath. Okay, so we won't be looking at the van's overboost issue today because of a stupid problem. Lowered vans are a pain in the arse. I'll show you what I mean. So my ramp is not going to fit under the front of the van, not at all. So I won't be looking at the turbo today. What a nightmare. I really can't be bothered to get in there and put them coilovers up at the moment, so I'll be leaving that one today, I think. What we have got though, I can show you the so this is the EGR delete pipe here. This is where your normal EGR valve would sit here. You've also got down here, if you can see it from here, there is where the actual metal piece of the EGR, it's not going to focus, but there is where your metal pipe, your EGR, comes off and it comes up into here, and there's a, as you can see there, yeah, there's a little blank in the end there which blanks that off, and silicon hoses sort of here that come off the intercooler. I'm not really going to be able to see the other end, but yeah, that takes the EGR out, and like the N75 valve sits up behind there. So, okay, right, what else can I do today? So I think what I've got today, while it isn't raining, I'm going to get the solar panel fitted. Bloody size of that thing. Power of a small village with that thing, I think. So yeah, I'll get that. I'm going to mount it with these little brackets here, and I'm going to Sikaflex them to the top. I don't really want to drill holes in the roof, but yeah, I'll get that done today, I think. I'm going to get that all marked up and see how it goes. So firstly, I'm going to get these plastic supports drilled out to take the bolts. Great, sounds like my battery's going to run out. There we go. So I'm going to be using these self-drilling coach bolt type things to go through here into the side of the solar panel. They're quite a, if you can see that from there, a very coarse thread. So the frame of the solar panel is aluminium, so that'll bite nicely on the frame. If you use a screw with a tight thread, a fine thread, it will just pull through, and yeah, the thread usually gets stripped, and you don't get a very good fixing, hence why I'm using them. I'm not going to bolt them through because I think that's just so fiddly and horrible, and I've used these for fixing things in the past and they are really, really good. So once that is fixed there, it's not going anywhere, and I think they look a little bit better. So yeah, right, I'm going to get all them drilled out and start getting the panel on the roof. So I have all my brackets fixed now on the corners and in the centre. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to Sikaflex the undersides of these and then lift it on the van, get someone to come give me a hand and lift it on the van into position and then push it down. Because on the roof of my van, it's all, I've got like the raised sections on my van, so I think I'm going to have to put it down and then with the fine spout, the end of the Sikaflex tube, and then squeeze some underneath. I think that is going to be the only way I'm going to do. I don't know if you can see that from here, what I'm talking about, like that. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. Okay, so we've got the solar panel on, and we've just got the brick on the back there holding down the cable cover. I did decide to put a couple of bolts in the back and the front things, just because of these ridges on the top of the roof, and I was just a bit worried that the Sikaflex wasn't getting a good enough grip on it. It'll probably be okay, but I've used the bolts with rubber washers on, and I've put a little bit of Sikaflex around them, so it's perfectly sealed and shouldn't leak. But yeah, so there we go. That's the solar panel all installed. Cables are through, obviously not connected that end, but once I've got the MPPT in, I can get them all connected up and tucked away. So this is my electrical system for the van. I went for the CBE PC210 setup. Quite a complex setup, really, looking at it. Maybe a bit of overkill for the van, but kind of future-proofing, really, because I've got a lot of sort of things that you can add to it, and you know. So this is the 230 volt distribution board. So that goes to my 240 hookup, 230 hookup. This is a 230 to 12 volt battery charger. I think this also split charges. I'm not sure. I'll have to. It comes with a massive great instruction manual, which I've got to have a read through. So yeah, that'll be fun. Luckily, I'm an electrician by trade though, so I should be able to figure it out. This is the 12 volt distribution board, so it goes out to all the 12 volt circuits. You've got water pump, lights, various other bits and bobs. Again, that's something I'm gonna. I reckon split charges from here, B1, B2. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a little read through and just geek up on it a bit and see what's involved. Obviously the Victron Solar MPPT, an absolute shed ton of cables and wires. You've got interior and exterior temperature sensors that can wire up to this. I think you can wire a diesel heater into this, and you can control it via the temperature, the inside and outside temperature sensors. It's kind of like a climate control thing, I think, anyway. And you get a smart little touchscreen control panel. So this controls everything from here. Obviously, that's panel mounted. You'll mount that in one of the units, and yeah, it controls everything from here. Little touchscreen type thing. So yeah, probably let's say probably a bit of overkill for the van, but when I looked into the system, that looked quite smart. I think that the Sergeant, I was going to go with the Sergeant one, but I think that looked a little bit too industrial, if that makes sense. And I quite like this, to be honest with you. I went for the system because I like the control panel, but I've got all the obviously all my cables, my battery cables, fuses, a banana, battery clamps, everything in there. So that's everything I need to do the electrics, which I can't really start until the furniture gets here, so I know where I'm mounting things. But I'm going to put all of this on a board. I'll mount it all I'll get a board and I'll carpet it the same that I have the interior of the van, and I'll mount all of this on there, and I'll put some like split trunking on there so I can run the cables out. Anybody who works with electrical equipment will know what I mean by the notched out split trunking. Yeah, just so I can have a nice tidy setup. One thing I hate is wires. I think being an electrician, I hate wires and cables all over the place, looking like spider webs. So yeah, I look forward to working this puzzle out. Okay, so we'll end that here for this week's episode. Obviously, I started off wanting to sort out the overboost problem, and didn't quite go to plan, but I got the solar panel. Mounted. Cables are all in for that. I've got the little housing that goes on top of the roof where the cables run through, so that's all in. Taken the ceiling down, ran the cables into the actual back of the van, ready to go in and be plugged into all of this gumph. Yeah, like I say, my furniture should be here next week, I think it is, and then the week after that I've got a week off, sort of split between 2 weeks. So hopefully I will get most of the van, or the interior of the van, done. We'll see how it goes. Obviously it depends, sort of weather dependent and bits and bobs. So anyway, I want to say thank you for watching again. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow the progress. Obviously when the van's done, I'm gonna vlog the adventures that I have in it. And yeah, I really appreciate everyone that has liked and subscribed and viewed so far. So thank you very much, and take care, everybody.